Okay, so Robinhood in Singapore, huh? Looks like you've been doing your homework on this one.
Yeah, it definitely piqued my interest, you know?
Well, good. You've come to the right place. I've been digging into this too, and it's pretty fascinating stuff.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean,
We're talking about a major player like Robinhood
right.
making a big, bold move into a market that's, well, let's just say it's red hot right now.
Absolutely. And the articles you sent over really highlight the regulatory side of things, which is that's where things get really interesting.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, you've got Robinhood on one hand posting these, like, crazy impressive numbers,
Oh, yeah, their stock.
up 124% since July.
It's insane.
And then their crypto trading revenue, 8 times what it was last quarter. It's like, are they even real?
Yeah, but then you've got Singapore on the other hand,
Right, right.
known for being, well, pretty strict when it comes to crypto. So
Uh-huh.
how do they make it work?
Yeah, how do they square that circle? It's
Right.
like the ultimate test case.
Well, that's where I think that Bitstamp acquisition comes into play.
Oh, interesting.
It's like a masterstroke, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, sure, they got 50 worldwide licenses overnight.
Which is huge.
Huge. But the real gem, that major payment institution license from the Monetary Authority of Singapore.
Okay, so that's their ticket to the game then. But like, what does that actually mean for them? What is this? What is it? Monetary Authority of Singapore? What do they even do?
They're the gatekeepers, right? They set the rules, make sure everyone's playing by them.
Uh-huh.
So this license, it lets Robinhood offer all these digital payment services,
Okay.
but within a very tightly controlled framework, right? It's basically a signal to everyone that they're legit, operating above board,
Got it.
which is huge, especially in a market like Singapore where trust is, well, it's everything.
And it's not just about grabbing market share, right?
No,
They want to be there for the long haul.
it's about the long game for sure. And Singapore, they want to be the global hub for fintech innovation, but they're doing it carefully, strategically.
They don't want to just become like
that-
the Wild West of crypto, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
They're playing it smart.
And for Robinhood, getting that in-principle approval from the MAS, that's like, I don't know, getting a gold star on your homework.
Right, like a stamp of approval.
Yeah, especially when you see so many other crypto companies struggling to get those licenses.
And speaking of Singapore, it seems like everyone's talking about it as the place to be for crypto these days.
I mean, it's got everything going for it, right? Strong economy,
Sable.
stable, business-friendly, government that's actually pro-blockchain.
Which is like so rare.
Right. And then its location, right in the heart of Southeast Asia.
Yeah, that's strategic.
So strategic is the word. Yeah. It's like the perfect storm for a crypto hub.
And for a company like Robinhood, I mean, that's got to be like irresistible.
Totally. But it's like bigger than just Robinhood,
What do you mean?
Well, think about it. Their move, it's a signal, right?
His signal to who?
To all the other big players, the institutional investors, that Singapore is open for business.
Makes sense.
And we're already seeing the results, right? $325 million invested in Southeast Asian crypto companies last year alone.
Whoa.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, that's like a tidal wave of money coming in.
And it's only going to get bigger.
So I guess the big question is, what does all this mean for our listeners? What are the key takeaways here?
I think the biggest thing is, this is about way more than just one company entering a new market.
Right. It's about like a shift in the whole landscape.
Exactly. Robinhood is ambitious.
Uh-huh.
They've picked a strategic market that's ripe for disruption.
And the regulations, well, they're still evolving.
It's a wild ride, and it creates opportunities.
Opportunities for who?
For everyone, really. For Robinhood, sure, but also for investors.
The ones who are paying attention.
The ones who are willing to do their homework, understand the landscape.
This deep dive is just a starting point, obviously, but
You've already got the most important part.
which is,
You're asking the right questions.
and hopefully we've given our listeners some good food for thought. So, is Robinhood about to become the king of crypto in Asia? Or will the established players push back? Well, that's a question for another deep dive. And trust me, we'll be watching this space closely.
Me too. It's going to be interesting, that's for sure.
It is, and that's what makes this stuff so exciting. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive, and as always, keep those questions coming.
Absolutely. Always happy to dive in.